Okay, we are going to do number 11 together. Several of you are still struggling when we find different things. So let's work on the volume of this. First, I can't just put a real simple little formula up there. I have to calculate, I have to figure out what kind of shapes I have. So, first, what shapes are here? Well, I have a semicircle, but what in the world am I going to do with this? I'm going to change it and make it into a triangle and a rectangle, okay? So, to find volume, it is simply the total area or the total base times height. What is the base made of? It's made up of a triangle, a rectangle, and a semicircle. Write that down as your formula, okay? Because we're going to put the area of the triangle plus the area of the rectangle plus the area of the semicircle. Then we're going to multiply by the height. Now, let's go in and fill these in. How do I find the area of a triangle? Very simply, base times height divided by 2. So look at your triangle. Your triangle, this whole line is 17, right? From this dotted line to this corner is 17. But from this dotted line to this dotted line is 14. So what's the base of my triangle? It is 3. Okay? So when I look at my formula for my triangle, I'm going to say it is going to be 3, that's the base, times the height. So when I look at that, it is 14. Mine has a different number, so let's put 14 times 14. Now, we're going to divide that by 2 because it's a triangle. Now go to the area of your rectangle, which is simply going to be length times width. Well, what's the length? It's 14. What's the width? What's this diagonal line or this dotted line? Well, if you look at it, it's 7 here and 7 to the bottom. So that makes this height of my triangle and the diameter of my semicircle 14. Okay? Then I have the area of my semicircle. All right? So the semicircle is going to be pi times radius squared. Well, what is my radius? If you look up here, my radius is 7. So we're going to say 7 squared, and we're going to divide it by 2. All of that is to give me the area of the base. Then I'm going to multiply by the height, and the book tells us that the height is 2 feet. Okay? Now, let's solve this, okay? So, we're going to say 3 times 4 is 28. No, it's not. Sorry about that. 3 times 4, we're going to say this is 12, so we're going to get 22. We're going to divide by 2. We're going to get 21. Then we're going to multiply 14 and 14, and we're going to get 196. Then we've got this thing over here. Pi times 7 squared divided by 2, okay? So we're going to say 7 squared is 49. 49 divided by 2 is going to be 24.5, and we're still going to put pi there. We haven't solved the pi yet, okay? Now, all of this is to still do my area, okay? So we still have our 2 feet for the height. So far, all we've done is we've sectioned off our diagram. We decided that what our different types of geometric figures were, a triangle, a rectangle, and a semicircle. We filled all of those in with a formula and numbers, and we've solved things that we could. Now, what are we going to do? Now we're going to add together. We're going to add 21 plus 196 plus 24.5 times the diameter, times pi, and we're going to take that and we're going to get 293.3. That is our area. We're going to multiply that by our height, which is 2 feet. Now this is area, so this is feet squared now, okay? So now we're going to take 293.93 times 2. When we do that, we're going to get 587.86, and our units are going to be cube units because we have 2 here and 1 here giving us the cubed. All right? Now, look at number 12. What is the total surface area of this diagram? What's the surface area? What does the surface area do? We have to cover it, okay? So, let's look at this. If we're going to find the surface area of the exact same figure, okay, we're going to have to find that the areas of the base, and then from that, we're going to take the perimeter, okay? We're going to take the perimeter times the height. Okay, that's how we're going to find the surface area of this. So we're going to find area of the base. We're going to multiply that by 2. Then we're going to take the perimeter and multiply that by the height. Okay, why? 2 times the area of the base. That is going to give us the top and the bottom, since it's not a nice, neat little shape. Okay, we're going to take the top and the bottom, find the area of the top, multiply that by 2 because the top and the bottom are going to match. That's what this is. This is the top and the bottom, okay? That's going to help us know. Then we're going to take the perimeter and multiply it by the height. That's going to give us the distance up. We're going to measure all the way around, multiply it by the height. That's going to tell us the area on the sides. That's our lateral area, okay? If we only did that part, we'd be finding lateral area. But since we're adding the top and the bottom, we're going to find surface area, okay? So, looking at your diagram for our surface area, for our 2 times the area base, we're going to say 2. We've already figured out that our top and our bottom area is 293.93. We're just taking that from our previous problem, okay? Now, so we don't have to do it all again. Then we're going to add to that 17, because that's along the bottom of our diagram. 17. Do you all have 14? Have to look at what our diagram says 14.3. I thought that was different. Okay? Plus 14.3 plus, if you keep making your way around, you have the top, which is 14. All right, now we have that chord. The length of a chord means from this side around to this side. That is the length of a chord. How do you find the length of a chord? Well, you say pi times the diameter, or you can say pi times the radius, in this case, because it gives us radius, and then times it by 2, okay? Either way. So we're going to say pi, which is this, times 7 times 2, all right? And we're going to put all of that together. All right, when we do that, we're going to multiply this out. 2 times 293.93 gives us 587.86. I'm trying to do this real quickly for you. Now we're going to add 17 plus 14.3 plus 14, and then pi times 7 times 2. Well, let's just do up to the 7 here. And we're going to get 67.28. And then we're going to multiply that by 2. All right. So once we multiply this by 2, and we add to this all together, your surface area is going to be 722.42 feet. Okay, and that's square, of course, because it's area. Okay, so let's talk about what we did again, now that we've got the numbers up. We're finding the surface area. Surface area means I'm going to cover it all. So I'm going to find the area of the base. That's the top and the bottom. Now, I did that in this problem. That's why I didn't have to work it out. I found out that 293.3 is the area of the base. Now, I had to multiply it by 2 because I had to do the base and the top. Okay, so this is 587.86 is the area of the top and the bottom. But what about the sides? I measured the sides. That is the perimeter. That's what all these numbers are. It's the perimeter. Okay, then once I have the perimeter of 67.28, I have to multiply by how tall it is. And it was 2 tall. Okay, so when I multiplied that by 2 and I added together, My final answer was 722.42 feet. I hope this review, doing part of this lesson with you, helped. By the way, drop your favorite color in the comments for me today. Whenever you do these, it'll help you, the review, to get them really solidified before our final. Okay, if you're having questions, make sure you drop me a comment of a question or send me a text. I get lots of texts, okay? But if you're having that question, probably 2 or 3 of your classmates have the same question. So go ahead and ask, okay? I want to help you. I want you to be successful. I miss you guys. Hope you're having a good day.